We are coming from Anandashram, a spiritual institution in South India that was set up by most revered Param Pujya Swami Ramdas, endearingly called by his devotees as beloved Papa, and Pujya Mataji, Mother Krishna Bai, in the year 1931. At the time of the inauguration of the ashram then, Papa made it clear about the ideal of the ashram. Ramdas has the supreme delight to speak to you today a few words at the inauguration of this holy ashram, 15th May 1931. The ideal which the ashram holds before it is universal love and service, based upon a vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. Here, every man, woman or child, to whatever denomination, creed or caste the person may belong, shall have free access. This is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service, so that what is realized within its walls may prove as an example for the right conduct of human life in the outside world. The Lord is our help and guide in all matters. May He, with all His bounty, shower His blessings on the great service which this home of love and bliss has undertaken to discharge. In the inaugural address, there are 3-4 important points. First is universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity. Unless and until we have some clarity about the word divinity, this ideal will not become translated into our very life. By the word divinity, what is meant is the common factor in all of us, the common denominator, for which Papa himself says in a letter that we have to go to the origin of our and the world life. That will give us some idea about the common factor in all of us. And unless and until this is clear to us, we may not feel connected to the entire creation. We may be reading, intellectually we may be understanding, we accept it as an ideal, no doubt about it. But at the same time, if it has to become a reality, Papa specifically says that we should be able to feel that common factor first within and then only without. For that, he has given us a triune path, Nam, Seva, Dhyana. Normally, when we are thinking about our origin, we always think our parents are our origin. Normally. No doubt they are the instrumental cause. But they can't be the original cause because they were also born to their parents. They were also born to their parents. Now when we look at a mango tree or any tree, we know the mango tree has come from a mango seed. The mango seed has come from a mango tree. Again, that mango tree has come from a mango seed. So we try to go to the origin. No? The first is mango seed. Our intellect will not be able to gauge it because without cause there cannot be any effect. But here we need something, it has to come out from something only. So normally we name it as uncaused cause, the first original primordial cause. When we find it difficult to get an answer, we go to the Shastras. And in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he says, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. I am the eternal seed of everything, both moving and non-moving, sentient and insentient. Papa used to define that seed as the subtle and mysterious power, which he named as Ram. So, let it be there. So we are trying to understand the vision of divinity, you know. So he named it as Ram and defined it as the subtle and mysterious power. The power because of which all of us now see, you know. All of us hear now. All of us know that we are sitting. All of us know that we are. The beingness. Because of the sense of individuality, we are unable to recognize the existence of that power. The sense of individuality is dominating us in the form of a thought. I am so and so. Whereas this I am was not there when I was in the womb of my mother in the form of a seed. This I am at the moment came only very later. Nisargadatta Maharaj used to say, I was not even consulted when I was in the form of a seed. So I had no role, no relevance. God gave me. Then we remember the words of Bhagavan, I am the seed of everything. Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. So God gave me life. And then during the 9.5 months in my mother's womb, He facilitated for my body growth, The 200 odd organs have been well set, well coordinated. And when I came out, I did not bring anything. I need air to breathe, water to drink, earth to exist, space to move about, 98.4 degrees to keep me alive. I need sun, rains, trees, metals, minerals, gases, fruits, pulses, vegetables, everything I need. I have not brought anything. The power that gave me the life has also seen to it that it is provided to me through Mother Nature. As I start growing, I need lot of creature comforts, I have not brought anything. Through His selected instruments, He prompted them to discover, invent, innovate. So many things. Even now it is going on, which makes my life comfortable. Slowly, I intellectually at least now realize that there is a power in me who has not only given me a life, but also has been providing everything to me. Everything, including the language, I did not bring that language. When there was no dress in the world, He made somebody to think about. When there was no specs in the world, He made somebody to think about. Same applies to brush, paste, soap, wash basin, commode, anything you name. We take everything as granted. We hardly think about the origin. We have been provided with everything. Should we not remember Him? Are we to start only from the me and mine level, which we have been doing all these years? So Papa says that is called the vision of divinity. That origin that origin of all of us, origin of not only ours, but also the entire creation. Please come. Please. When somebody saw for the first time in his life this one in a tree, just imagine. God gave him the prompting to go deeper into it. And then he was able to give us that this can be called apple, this is a fruit, this can be taken by all of us. That is why we are taking. When this flower, no, it's a gift of Mother Nature. This is a gift of Mother Nature. But somebody should be there to identify, first, and to declare to the world the uniqueness, the characteristics, the utility. Similarly, everything, starting, anything that we use. When we prepare rice, just imagine, paddy is a gift of Mother Nature. But he made somebody to think about deeply when he saw the paddy, to remove the husk and then take the rice out of it. He would not have labeled it. Only later on the labeling would have taken place. And then somebody to think about cooking or grinding or powdering, whatever. Similarly with everything. So we remember that he has been facilitating everything to us. Not only that he gave me a life, he has been helping me, aiding me to live with the basic things. And I don't remember him. I start from the me and mine level. That is why the sense of separation comes. So Papa wants, at the time of inauguration, he said, universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in everybody. We now realize we exist because of the factors other than us. Either in the form of society or in the form of Mother Nature, he is taking care of us. He has been taking care of us. Right from the seed level up to this level. So when I remember him, then I will be able to know that he is there in everybody. That is how I slowly start identifying the common denominator, common factor, which expresses in the form of love and service. I cannot but love, I cannot but serve. So the triune path, where he says Nama, which we are standing now, any name, he did not say only Ramnam, any name that is comfortable for us. We give a name to this nameless, formless, all-pervading, indwelling truth. And then chant with devotion, with faith. And Papa clearly mentions that when you chant, you should know that you are chanting the name of one who is within you and who is making you to chant. You are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is making you to chant. So we take it as a discipline to start with. Initially we may not be able to remember all these things. But as we keep on chanting, we are attracted to the rhythm, to the tune, something. And later on slowly the mind, because after the session is over, we are back to square one. Then we start asking, why am I chanting? Then we remember Gurudev's words. You are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is making you to chant. Then as we keep on advancing, we will know, if he is making me to chant, he is making me to see, he is making me to talk, he is making me to hear, he is making me to operate through all the sense organs. He is making my mind to think. He is behind everything, which fact I was not aware of. So Nama slowly helps us to become aware of his nearness first, then His presence, and in others, and later on we have been promised that we will become one with Him. So in Anandashram, Nama chanting is the mainstay. There are 3 types of chanting. One is vocal, we have just now heard. The second one is silent, and the third one is mental. Papa has strongly said that far from vocal chanting, mental chanting would be helpful to realize His presence within. So in the silent chanting, though there won't be the sound coming out, the lip and tongue will move. And after sufficient practice, we try to graduate ourselves to mental chanting, where the sound will not come, lip and tongue will not move, but we will mentally chant. Here, it will be focused, and we should hear the chances of the mind going out will become less and less and less. And the stage comes when we become aware of the chanting. Then the question comes, who is aware and who is chanting? In Vedantic language, they say witness consciousness, Sakshibu. Sarvadhi Sakshibodham, which is there even now. But to know that presence, you have to go through that act. You know that you are seeing, no? You know that you are hearing. You know that you are sitting. You know that you are, that beingness, no? So these are the methods by which how does Nama chanting makes us aware of His presence, and how He has given us the sense of individuality, and how we can pay Him back. We can't pay Him back because everything has been given by Him. But still, what is the purpose of my life? The purpose of my life is to pay back with whatever He has given. The Creator has not given anything direct to us. He has only given through His creation, like Mother Nature and society. So we can also give back to the Creator through loving Him, serving His creation and serving His creation. There comes Seva attitude. Nam, Seva, Dhyana. So while handling everything, right from the moment we get up in the morning till we retire to bed, whether it is the bed, whether it is the cot, whether it is the building, whether it is the electricity, whether it is the food items or brush, paste, soap, wash basin, commode, anything. We handle it with a touch of love, with a touch of perfection, with a touch of dedication, with a touch of gratitude. We may fail, we may forget, but we will take it. The first step towards identifying the vision of divinity. The moment, because none of the creature comforts which we enjoy, we remember the other. We don't remember. We don't know. When you came here in your vehicle, think about the first person who thought about the automobile, no? When there was no automobile, think about the person who remembered automobile. Slowly we will find there is no divide between mundane and spiritual. Vinobaji used to say in one of his explanations, commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, the whole universe is God's book. In every page, His name is written. That means in every page, that means in every creation, the name is written. It is not limited to a particular idol or a place or a book or a discipline. Everywhere it is there. That is why the person who has brought it out in the form of discovery or invention or innovation or anything, he has not left his name there. We don't know when we take the brush and paste and soap and wash basin. When we eat for food, for the first chapati, we don't know. The first person who identified this, we don't know. When there was no dress, the first person who saw the cotton and from there how the textile technology came out, we don't know. When you are sitting in a room, in a construction, the civil construction, when there was no civil construction in the world, somebody thought about it, no? So we don't have to go in search of everything. He has paraded before us everything. Papa used to say in one of his quotations, behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily, he is at play in all beings and creatures. Slowly we will try. When we use the chappal, when we use the socks, when we use the harmonium, when we take this basket, anything, slowly we will try. When there was nothing, you made somebody to think about it, no? So I handle it with love. I will not do like this and keep it go. I should not. I may fail, I may forget. Nama reminds me immediately. That is why of the three, Nama is preeminent. So the more and more we get grounded in Nama, the Nama will be watching us. Whenever I go off the track, it will remind me, hey, what have you done? This applies at every moment of our existence. Well, at home, in the field of profession, with friends. Normally, we have these three tiers of life. Family life, professional life, social life. In these three tiers, I will be constantly watched by Nama, by him through Nama. That is why Papa used to say Nama and Nami are one. I may fail, I may forget, because my mind is not used to it. I am not habituated to thinking like this. I have treated this as a flower, this as an apple, this is as a basket only. So I have to bring in this dimension. So Nama helps. And when I do that, there will be when we go to a temple, when we enter into our puja room, we don't throw the flower like this, we offer like this only. So that is the rehearsal he is teaching us every day. The same thing should be applied in every activity of yours, because I am there in everybody, in everything. Characharam. I am not to be limited, but to make us understand, because we have got a name and form, it is difficult for us to go to the source which has no name and form. So initially we give a name and form. Our Puranas, our avatars, everything is a come. And there are so many things aiding us. So we develop a devotional attitude, reverential attitude towards a deity or a guru initially. And that what the deity stands for, what the guru stands for is this universal truth. And then slowly we try. Everybody says. For example, when we go to a temple, the deity is open to all, anybody who goes there. It is not limited to anybody. Second point is, whatever is offered to the deity does not take anything. It is for our satisfaction we are giving and we are taking it away. You cook, you put nevedya and you take it back. You give flowers, you put garlands, you take it back. It remains untouched, unaffected. Oh. So like that, so many dimensions will also take place. So initially, because God is not an object. The subtle and mysterious power which makes us to talk now, which makes us to hear, it is there in all of us. But in order that the progress towards the journey towards it get hastened. He has also facilitated us to go through certain forms to the formless later. Only when I get established in that formless, I will be able to see him everywhere. There are few exceptions, Bhaktottamas in India, where they have also realized the highest state through these forms. Because to them it was a 24/7. To us, it is only when we go to the temple we come back and we are back to square one. Our me and mine is the predominant factor in us, whereas to them, whether it is Tukaram, whether it is Jnaneshwar Maharaj, whether it is Mirabai, whether it is Purandradas, whether it is Tyaga Brahmam, umpteen number of, in Kerala there are many such Bhaktottamas. To them it was 24/7, nothing else. That type of bhakti we don't have. So we have to have some other method by which this is sustained in us. And as we keep on associating all of our activities with this God dimension, in the form of love, in the form of perfection, in the form of dedication, in the form of gratitude, the mind becomes relatively calm and peaceful and enables us or makes us fit enough to take to inward journey. Otherwise the mind will be roaming here and there. Now even when it roams, we know it is not going anywhere outside. Everywhere it is God's presence only. Even if it goes to an object, immediately the Nama will tell us, object is also mine. And then this Papa advises that mental chanting will enable us to pave the way for the emergence of this witness consciousness, and then we become aware of his presence. So every day we have to keep on training this. Is she going?
Yeah. She's going to the hospital.
Come then, come precisely.
Thank you so much.
Are you?
Can I have another prasad for my daughter? I'm going to go see
Sure.
So, but I will see you tomorrow at the house.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Hari Om.
You are also leaving. Come. Hari Om. Hari Om. So this is how the Nam Seva Dhyana. With this method, we have been promised by him that we will be able to get more and more clarity on the word, vision of divinity in everybody. Every object, every person, we start identifying, oh, he is there. Initially it may be at the intellectual level, but as we keep on going deeper and deeper into it, he assures us, because that is the path he chose. And in 2 years' time he was able to get stabilized. So he said, ceaseless chanting of his name, side by side with focused contemplation on the attributes, enabled him to still the hands. Not merely chanting along with, coupled with this contemplation that he is there. So that is how Anandashram spreads the ideal of the master. Unlike other spiritual institutions, we don't have any course. The moment we enter the ashram, the experiential learning starts. The calmness, the quietude, and the nama. Wherever you turn, you will hear this nama. Ashram routine has been designed by Pujya Mataji in such a way that always it links us to this nama, and through nama to him. And whenever I do anything, it should have the stamp of this love, stamp of this perfection, stamp of this gratitude, stamp of this dedication. Whenever I fail or forget, nama will pull me up. I shouldn't have said like that. I shouldn't have thought like that. I shouldn't have done like that. And I get corrected. This is the ideal. Put it into practice there. Equally recognizing every form of approach through every Mahatmas. God's ways are mysterious. Every day in our own life, we cannot have the same dishes, We want varieties. Even in a house, when you have 2 or 3 children, the children may not be the same, Different characters, different tendencies, different taste, temperament, inclination, aptitude, everything changes. When we go to the road, we find later on that it is because of the karmic bondage they have brought in. Swami Chinmayanji Maharaj used to say in one of his talks in Atmabodh that action by action, thought by thought, we have ordered the present body. And whatever we do now decides the next body. So the sense of individuality is always, getting caught in this. Unless and until I exhaust all my vasanas, all my tendencies, all my unfulfilled desires, cravings, infatuations, ambitions, this and that, then I become one with him. So we need varieties. So similarly, we have varieties in food, varieties in language, varieties in our approach. In everything there are varieties necessary. Similarly, to approach him also, he has placed before us various ways through various Mahatmas. Each one had scaled the heights and they have placed it before us. Normally in Vedantic language we say Jnana, Karma, Bhakti and Karma. And here also Bhakti is preeminent because there is a sweetness in Bhakti. Though Papa used to say, though he scaled the heights, though Ram and Ramdas are one, Ramdas would always like to be the Das of Ram. Because there is a sweetness in it. Otherwise, it becomes dry. So simultaneously, Papa also wants us to develop this attitude. Devotional. But not devotion to a particular form. Devotion to God who is in every form. That's the only difference. We always remember, because we have got a sense of individuality. The Bhakta is there and the Bhagavan is there. The Lord is there and the devotee is there. Even though the devotee realizes that it is because of the Lord only I exist, but still the relationship is there as long as we are an embodied soul. So, of all the 3 approaches, devotion, Bhakti is preeminent. So, a lot of importance is given for that aspect also in ashram routine. Right from morning till evening, Mataji had devised so many programs there. It starts with Vishnu Sahasranam at 5 o'clock in the morning. That means through 1008 names we are trying to remember him. At least one name will make us to get ourselves connected with him. And then we have solo Ramnam. One person will be chanting, nobody will be following. But those who are there, even if nobody is there, that person will chant. And then to concentrate. Half an hour. and then followed by Guru Stuti. Because all these things were made known to us only because of God facilitating us to get in touch with a spiritual preceptor. Reality is there, but reality should be known to us, Only through evolved souls we become aware of it. So Guru plays an important role in our life. Who says this common denominator in everybody? Who will prompt me to bring out efficiency in all that I do, dexterity in all that I do? Swami Muktanandaji Maharaj used to say, in Bhagavad Gita there is a slogan, Yoga Karma Sukhaushalam, dexterity in action. He says there are two dimensions in efficiency. One is outer productive efficiency, another is inner character efficiency. Both should go simultaneously, not merely one. We must be able to produce more, but at the same time, it should not be limited to me and mine. God has given me the field to bring out. God has given us the life force. God has given us the prompting, and we are paying back to God. So this efficiency, double efficiency. So whenever I am active in any field, I must be conscious of this. So all our programs in the ashram have been designed by them in such a way that even the very act of flower offering, there is a flower offering there. Chorus chanting, then flower offering is there. Even the flower making, they will be chanting and preparing it. And everybody, first ladies will go, then gents will go. Not even one petal will be seen on the floor. Even if suppose it comes out, immediately somebody will pick it up. Nothing is irrelevant, nothing is unimportant, nothing is insignificant. It applies to everything in whatever we handle. At least in that moment, let us become conscious of it. And then after 7:15, we go there and flower offering, we give flowers to everybody. They offer it at the holy feet of our masters. And then people go for breakfast. And after they come back, they'll have Om Namo Bhagavate Ramanaya, Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Some way by which we get ourselves connected to him. Then again 10:30 to 11:30 bhajan. Music is one of the very important medium through which we can connect ourselves to him. Glorifying the personal aspect, impersonal aspect, anything is all right. It makes the mind serene, calm, quiet. Then 11:30 to 12:15 there will be Ramnam. Thrilling Ramnam will be there. And then 12:15 to 12:30, 12:45 Arati will be there. Arati, universal prayer will be there. That will also remind us. Suppose we slip into mechanical chanting, mechanically doing it. At least immediately, one word in the prayer will pull us up. Universal prayer drafted by Papa himself, and world prayer drafted by another saint called Omkarji Maharaj. Every day it will be chanted, and then the Arati will be there. There are no rituals there. There are no idol worship there. Not that Papa was against any of these. He fully recognizes everything. But in ashram he said, no, not necessary. Because in one of his quotations he says, hanging on to an external prop in spiritual matters is a hindrance. Because the center of interest gets cramped and localized, denying you the flexibility for expansion. We will only see there, unknowingly. So that is why it is not there, but at the same time, it is not belittled. In our prayer, Arati, all forms of worship are also remembered. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Govika Vallabham Janaki Nayakam Sri Rama. So all those things are there. And finally at the end, in Marathi it is said, wherever I see, I should be able to see you. Whatever I see, I should be able to see you. Wherever I bow my head, it must be on your lap. So with that, the Arati will be there. Arati is lighting a lamp, and camphor will also be there. Every day we are reminded to light the lamp inside. I have been unaware of your presence. Make me to realize your presence. Every day it is being done, morning. And then people go for meals, take some rest. 3:30 to 4:30 we have a Satsang session, where either we take up any text or any commentaries by Gurudev or anybody, any Mahatma. And evening also there will be from 6:30, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 8:45, 9 o'clock. In between there will be some reading in Bhajan Hall. There are 3 places in the ashram. One is the Bhajan Hall. That was the place where it was inaugurated and he gave this. And the second one is their Samadhi. Papa dropped the body in 1963. Pujya Mataji is responsible for the ashram. Papa by himself, he will not do anything. In the sense, to him everything is all right. There is no need for anything. And so he himself says Mataji is the Adhisthana Devata, chosen deity of this ashram. So everything is planned by Mataji. And Mataji is not only a spiritually evolved soul, but she is a earthly mother to everybody. Even so, there she dropped the body in 1989. Pujya Swami Satchidanandaji, who joined the ashram in 1949, served Papa for 14 years, served Mataji for 40 years. And he has been guiding us after Pujya Mataji's. He dropped the body in 2008. Their Samadhi Mandirs are there. There, morning 6 to evening 6, depending upon the number of devotees who visit. Half an hour gents, half an hour ladies will be chanting the name. So at 6 o'clock we go and perform the Arati and comes to a close. That is another place. This Satsang 3:30 to 4:30 that takes place in the Centenary Hall, where it's called Maun Mandir, where lots of posters are there, Papa's words, books are there. One feels like going and spending there, they can also have it. Anywhere they can do it. Nobody will be asked to do anything. Though they will be given what is going on there. It is left to them to choose. Because although these things are there, Papa has been maintaining this, that each one is unique. Each one's path also has to be unique. Be the light unto yourself, and in your own original way, bring out the magnificence in you. So these are all been facilitated. It is for us to develop our own, charter our own path. Ashram is fully, and the next word is the Lord is our help. So a complete reliance on Him. Ashram does not plan anything, does not mobilize anything, does not take initiative for anything, but everything comes by itself. All these 92 years, everything goes on beautifully, as if there is a planning goes on, but nothing. Whatever is needed, God provides. His own words are, God arranges all things in His own way at the time He appoints. So whenever he creates the need, he also sees to it that it is provided. And in order that we get grounded in the reality, there is one more quotation which is practical, most practical to all of us. He says, the world we live in is a school in which observation and experience offer immense possibilities for self-improvement. Nay, the world itself is Guru or God. The world we live in is a school. Even this tree, even this, anything that we see, when we go deep into it, it teaches us some lessons. But the only thing is we should have the proper mental attitude, that's all. So many things they teach us. Anything that we come across, whether it is an individual, a person or an object or a situation, through all these venues, God is teaching us. So we don't have to just take it granted and go. We apply our mind intensely on it. At the moment, the mind may put a label, positive, negative, favorable, not favorable, deplorable, noble, all those things are there. But as a student of this approach, we will try to see what is there for me to learn, what is there for me to learn. The world we live in is a school in which observation and experience, our own experience and our observing somebody's experience, or some object, or some person, or some situation, it gives immense possibilities for self-improvement. Nay, the world itself is Guru or God. So these are all some of the thoughts which he thought we would share. And when you take a trip to India, do come to ashram. Some books, we have got small books that will give us some idea about the different facets of this spirituality. We have only given one side. There are so many aspects. What is essentially needed is we try to demolish the barrier between mundane and spiritual. Originally we will name it as spiritual and worldly. Later on we find that he is there everywhere. That aspect will slowly percolate into our thoughts, words and deeds. And in our language, ordinary person's language, a spiritual journey enables us to move from me to me to me to we, and from me to we to him. So me to we to him. That is universal love and mercy. Okay. So these are the 3 points, universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity. And he says, shall have free access. And this is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service. Probably it may be difficult for us to implement it in our own, in the place where we live, because we have our own biased views, conditioned thinking, preconceived notions, our rights and wrongs, our likes and dislikes, everything is there. But this is a laboratory where we can try, That is why he said here, this is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service, so that what is realized within its walls may prove to be as an example for the right conduct of human life in the outside world. This is another point. And the third one is, the Lord is our help and guide in matters. Whether it is possible or not, 92 years, nothing is planned. Even this visit, everything right from. Ashram does not take any initiative. Ashram is involved in a lot of activities. Whatever love offering that comes by itself, minus the expenditure, goes back again to the society. So it is viewed like this, He provides himself through some forms and he takes it away through some forms. And he gives us an opportunity to be the conduit pipe, that's all. So, guide, may he with all his shower his blessings on this great service, which is this home of love and bliss. That is another point which people like us should always remind. The board will be there as we enter the Satsang hall. This is because every day, not only the visiting devotees, we people who are living there, we should be reminded of the purpose for which we have been drawn there. It is a home of love and bliss. Whenever the me and mine comes and dominates anything, I should immediately think, no, this is a home of love and bliss. I have forgotten, I should not do this. So this is our Magna Carta, this is our constitution, I should say. This is the one which guides us. We may fail, we may forget because of our 100% commitment to the ideal is not there. So until and unless we get grounded in it, we have to keep on reminding this. We used to think how on that day in 1931, when you see the photo, you will find how the ashram was. At that time, God made him to reveal the purpose of this. And that message itself is sufficient for us to move forward. We don't need any other thing. Our job is to somehow experience the vision of divinity, and then I should try to experiment all these things in a limited circle there, mutual love and respect, so that when I go out I will be able to do it. My reliance on God should become totally perfect, total. And finally I should be reminded that this is a home of love and bliss. Love means, what is love? Love is absence of otherness. Identifying ourselves, all of us do that. But in our case, it stays only for a few moments. When somebody drives, you also drive, you pay the way for him, Me to we expansion is there, but you are not conscious of it, that's all. If we are conscious and if we live up to it, it stresses. So it is our basic inherent quality, God is there. So this love is there in all of us. But now we have interpreted unknowingly to be given to a few selected person or objects or situations. But it is there because he is there. So this word reminds us, hey, you have been drawn here to train orient yourself, to make yourself committed to this ideal. We always try to go through now. Nowadays, he is making us very, very clear to us. You don't have to read anything else. You know now why you have been asked to take to this triune path, Nam Seva Dhyana. It is only to translate these ideals into our practical life. So we pray to him. Today you facilitated us to remember all these things. Kindly enable us to make it a reality in our life. This is the motto of Anandashram. Hari Om.
If somebody has anything to ask.
Anybody has any additional information you would like to know?
Want to have any questions, you can ask. Not that it's also okay. If you have any queries, you can ask.
Where is the ashram? Where is it?
Ashram engarke. Where is the ashram?
Ashram is in Kerala, South India.
Okay.
In India, we have got 28-30 states. In South India, Kerala.
North Kerala. She has gone to Kerala.
North Kerala.
Yeah.
North Kerala.
Okay.
Trivandrum is South Kerala. This is North Kerala.
Okay.
very near to the next state, Karnataka border. To remind ourselves constantly, Papa stands for an embodiment of bliss. Always he is blissful, full. Pujya Mataji is an embodiment of love, absence of otherness. Pujya Swami Satchidanandaji, the moment we think, absence of self-effacement. So they are the three guiding gurus who have translated this and then continue to inspire us. Hari Om. 5 minutes Ram now. 1 minute. Jagadada to close. This vision of divinity, so we call him as Jagadata, great provider.
Jagadata Vishwavidata Jagadata Vishwavidata He Sukh Shanti He Sukh Shanti Jagadata Vishwavidata He Sukh Shanti Prem ke Sindhu Deen ke Bandhu Prem ke Sindhu Deen ke Bandhu Prem ke Sindhu Deen ke Bandhu Dukhadarendra Vinashan Dukhadarendra Vinashan
Jagadata
Vishwavidata He Sukh Shanti Nitya Akhanda Ananta Nitya Akhanda Anantanadi Purana Brahma Sanatan Nitya Akhanda Anantanadi Purana Brahma Sanatan Jagadashaya Jagapati Jagavandana
Jagadashraya Jagapati
Jagavandana
Anupamalaga Niranjane
Anupamalaga Niranjane Jagadata
Vishwavidata Sukh Shanti Niketane
Prana Sakha Tribhuvana Paripalaka Prana Sakha Tribhuvana Paripalaka Jivan
ke avalamban hai
Jivan ke avalamban hai Jagadashaya Jagapati Jagavandana Jagadashaya Jagapati Jagavandana
Anupamalaga Niranjane
Anupamalaga Niranjane
He Jagadata Vishwavidata Ye Sukh Shanti Niketan hai
Shanti Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Jagadata Vishwavidata Yesu Shanti Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram.